Hello again, welcome to another Angling Adventures UK video. We're not out on the bank today, so I thought I would do a tutorial. So today I'm going to show you how to make a wire trace for a lure or spinner and a deadbait trace as well. So we'll start off with the trace for your spinner or lure. What you're going to need for that is one snap tackle, one swivel, two crimps, between 30 to 40 centimetres of your chosen trace material. I'm using Super Trace by Canon. It's 24-pound breaking strain, so plenty strong enough. Some wire cutters and some crimping tools. You can also use pliers, which I have done in the past, but I recently got these and they do make a hell of a difference. So to start with your trace for your lure or spinner, we're going to pull off between 30 to 40 centimetres of trace material. And put that to the side. Okay, so what you're going to need to do is get a crimp and thread the wire trace through the crimp. Once you've done that, either your swivel or your snap tackle, doesn't matter which one, thread that onto your trace, then simply turn the trace over and thread it back through the swivel. This can be quite fiddly sometimes. There we go, and then all you need to do is just push that through like so, just until you can just see the trace. Then pull it in nice and tight, like that. Get your crimping pliers and just squeeze it tight and give it a crimp. And there we go, so that's that side done. Then you just need to repeat on the other side, on the other end. So crimp onto your trace, snap tackle onto the trace, trace back through your crimp. There we go, just push that through just until it pokes out the other end of the crimp. Pull it tight, we're going to get a little loop and crimp it, and there we go. Simple as that. That's one wire trace. Then all you need to do is tie your main line onto the swivel and snap your lure or spinner or whatever you're using onto your snap tackle. There we go. Right, let's move on to the deadbait trace. And for your deadbait rig, you're going to need one swivel, three crimps, some treble rubbers. These are optional, they're not a necessity, but I like them because it tidies up the rig. 30 to 40 centimetres again of trace material, two trebles. I'm using size 6 Fox Rage Predator trebles. They are barbed, but I will press down the barbs before I use them. Again, wire cutters and crimping tool. Right, so for your deadbait rig, we're going to start by pulling off again 30 to 40 centimetres of your trace material. And then what you need to do is similar to the trace we've just made for the lures. Get your crimp and just slide the crimp onto the trace. There we are. And then what you want to do is get one of your trebles, pop the trace through the eye, bring it back on itself, put it back through the crimp, and just push it through just until you can see the end of the trace appear. There we go. And then all you need to do is just pull the long end and nip that right up tight. So there's a little loop, so it's still got full movement. It's not stuck there. Alright. Then just give that a crimp down. After you've crimped it, you want to get one of the trace, the treble rubbers. Just slide that onto your trace material and bring it all the way down, like so, and just push it onto the end of your treble. I find that tidies it up a lot, makes it look a lot nicer, and it will just sort of keep the treble, when it's in the fish, there won't be any trace material around. It keeps it all nice and snug. So to add the next treble, the simplest method I found is this one. There are a few methods. There's lots of tying half blood knots onto the shank of the treble, but as the trace isn't as flexible as a mono or a braid, I found this is the easiest and neatest way to do it. So get a second crimp, push the crimp down onto your line, roughly to where you want it, doesn't have to be perfect yet. So I'm going to go about 3 to 4 inches away from that bottom of this treble. Once you've done that, get your second treble and thread it onto your trace material, but leave it quite far down, sort of on this loop, because now what we're going to do is take our end of the trace and push it back through the crimp, essentially making a huge loop, which can be quite fiddly sometimes. There we are. So yes, once you've got it in the crimp, push it through all the way until you can see that other end, just so it's come through. There we go. So now grab the tag end and just pull that, and you will see, if I can do it like this, so what that does, instead of tying an unsightly knot, that just pulls the trace material up through the crimp, and you can see there, that's made that a nice simple knot, but that's not going to go anywhere at all. Then you just want to get your second treble rubber, slide that down onto your line as well, onto your trace material, and the same as the last one, just push that over the knot of the crimp, which will tidy it up even more, and just onto the treble. This one probably won't go down as far because obviously you've got the crimp and the slightly larger knot, but there we go. As you can see, that is tight and neat, and I like my rigs being neat. So to finish it off, all you need to do is add the top swivel again. So to do that, you get your last crimp, push your crimp down onto your trace, like so. Get your last treble, your last swivel, thread that on, fold the trace over and push it back through the crimp, and just push it through just until you can see the end of the trace just show its face through there, like so, and then pull the long one tight, and there we are. And all you need to do is just get your crimping pliers again, or normal pliers, and just crimp that crimp down nice and tight, and there you have it. There's your deadbait rig. So there we have it, a simple wire trace for your lures or spinners, and a simple deadbait trace as well. Hopefully it was clear and simple and easy to follow. If you do have a go at making it, please let me know how you get on. Also, if you catch any fish on them, don't forget to send them to our Facebook page, or let us know on Instagram as well, because we're always happy and excited to see what other people are catching, especially our subscribers. Thank you for all the support so far as well. If you're enjoying our videos and you haven't watched any of our others, please pop over to our channel. We've got some videos of us catching some big pike on there, and we're talking about our 2017 targets as well. If you haven't already, please press the like button, subscribe, and share with your friends as well if you think they'll enjoy our videos. Until next time, thanks for watching.